There was a time when high grades were 1/100 too. Roll the intro! What's going on YouTube? So it's your boy Professor C from the MGP Hobbyist, and I'm back again with another video, and this time we'll be looking at the 1/100 high grade Heavyarms Gundam from Gundam Wing and Waltz. Okay, so this kit is fairly old. It was released under the 1/100 high grade line, which tells you its age. So it's from the late 90s when Gundam Wing was a thing. It boomed in Toonami. So I decided to review this one even though it's an old kit because I got myself a Supernova Master Grade version of Heavyarms, and I didn't get the chance to get the Bandai one, so I'm stuck with the Supernova one. Plus, I'm really interested in seeing how the company Supernova made their version of the Heavyarm. Go look at the kit 360 degrees and scrutinize it a little. So this kit comes with the navy blue plastic, the bluish blue-green plastic, the moss green on the inner parts of the armor, some gray, and some off-white color for the white plastic, and yellow for the V-fin and the spikes on the shoulder. So gray as well for the hands and the joints. And now let's take a look at the details up close. So looking at the kit up close, as you can see here, we have a few stickers. You have a sticker for the eye. Let's try to focus on that one. You have a sticker for the eye, and again the internal parts here are stickers as well. The one on the skirts are stickers. This one, this light blue part is a sticker. That one on the cockpit simulator is also a sticker. The same with the other side, sticker, 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 sticker. So yeah, you have a lot of stickers on this one, but not too much as you would expect for a high grade of this line. Okay, so it is fairly detailed for its age, so it manages to hide some of the actual seam lines as panel lines, but there are of course some obvious ones that you really can't hide. Okay, joint designs is pretty primitive, so you have polycaps for the elbow joints and the peg and polycap system for the shoulders. Yeah, and that's about it. And for the legs, you have a really weak connection on the knees, so it's really flimsy when you try to stand it up. Sometimes it falls back. Okay, so that's about it for the outer appearance. Let's look at the articulation. For the articulation, the head can go up that far, go down that far, rotate. Not quite 360, but you can do it 360. You just have to move the chin out of the way of hitting the collar vocals. So the arm can rotate, of course, 360 degrees. It can wiggle because of the joint inside, but that's how far it gets. Rotate at the elbow rather, so you have a really nice bend here because of the polycap design, and the wrists are on the ball joint, so you can wiggle around, of course, and rotate. The hands are in this old high-grade 1/100 scale style hands where you have a split of a trigger finger and 3-finger split, and the thumb is actually fixed. The waist section, you can rotate it, but not that much because the design of the waist is getting blocked by the crotch area. Okay, so moving on to the legs and the skirt. So the front skirts are individual, so you can move it about that far. Side skirts about that far, but it's on a polycap and peg system, so it can wiggle about. Back skirt are joined together and moves about that far. Okay, so the legs are on the standard ball joint polycap, so it can kick. If we move the armor, it can kick that far before it gets caught, but if you can move over it, it kicks that far. Kicks back that far. Let's try to move the skirt. Kicks back about that far. Spreads. That is the limit of the spread right there. The knees are on double ball joints, but that is how far it bends. So it's just a little over 90 degrees. Pretty upsetting. So the ankle guard is on a polycap and hinge system, so it can wiggle about a little and go up and go down. So the feet are on a ball joint, so it can wiggle about, move back, not really, move up. You don't have a toe bend, but it can swivel in place. So yeah, that's about it for the articulation of this kit. It's pretty substandard compared to modern high grades, and even like the 1/144th scale high grades. This is pretty substandard when it comes to articulation, but it more than makes up for the nostalgic factor rather. So yeah, so now let's try to look at the accessories it has. Okay, so looking at the accessories, it comes with 2 double beam Gatling guns, or just Gatling guns if you may. So, and 1/20th scale figure of Troy Barton, but sadly I lost it, and an alternate face which doesn't have the clown mask. Speaking of the clown mask, it is molded in white, all white, but I tried to paint mine with Sharpie marker, red and blue, and then the actual chin of the Gundam is actually molded in with the face mask, so it's also white, so you have to paint that if you want it to look accurate. So I used old markers for that one. Yeah, so that's about it for its accessories. So you can put the accessories, if you look at here, you have a handle here. That the design of this handle is really good, as it perfectly fits the Gundam itself. So all you have to do is just open the hand, insert it this way, and push it in, and then close it. So it holds it fairly well, but the elbows, they don't hold much. So yeah, it's kind of flimsy, so it wiggles a lot, but it's fairly secure in the hand. It won't drop it, but yeah, it can't just hold it in. It just droops down like that. Okay, so moving on to the backpack, you have the Gatling gun rack, so it actually has articulation. It can go down that far, up that far, and can rotate a little, wiggle. So the way you attach the Gatling guns is you have here 2 hooks, and you have holes in the backpack right there. So you just have to align them, insert it in, and then push it down a little until it locks into place. So yeah, it's fairly secure that way. As you can see, let's try and look at the kit with one hand holding a beam Gatling gun and the other on its backpack. So it looks decent enough to pass as a good looking no grade kit, but yeah, this is under high grade, but you get the idea. So being the Heavyarms, of course, it has the firing gimmick from the anime, which we all love. So to do that, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is just open up the panels. In order to do this, I just removed the Gatling guns because it usually gets in the way, but yeah, you get the idea. So all you have to do is open this up. The plastic in here actually is molded in all gray, so I used a silver marker to color the missiles in, including the Vulcans there. And you open the chest, you get greeted with 4 Vulcans, and the back of the shoulders, flip them out, same case, color them with silver. The legs, you open them up as well. So that's about it for that one. Open this 2 panels and open this 2 as well. That's it. So what else does he have? In the anime, the front skirt opens up, or rather in the master grade, but in here you only get the side skirts to open up, but not the front skirt. And unlike the master grade, which flips down, this one just pulls out, and that's it. That's where it shoots a lot of missiles out to destroy everything in its path. And you can include the Gatling guns in his hand if you want. Okay, so here is my attempt on trying hard to make the Heavyarms hold everything, including the beam Gatling guns with the opened missile pod. So my final thoughts and verdict on it, it is a good kit for its time, but it really didn't age well, as the joints are outdated, the designs are a little lackluster. But if you really want to have an authentic 90s kit, 190s kit, this is your way to go. And at that time, this was the only way to get a 100 master grade EW version of the Heavyarms Custom. But since we have the P-Bandai version, you might want to get one of those. So I highly recommend this for those who want to complete the high grade set if you've started there, or for the nostalgic factor. But as a display piece with regards to modern design and playability, this would not be for you. So yeah, it is what it is. It's an old high grade 1/100 kit. You get what you pay for. So with that, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if I somehow helped, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.